Hello everyone, my name is Shuling. Thank you for watching this video. So the first and foremost important question that I would like to ask is, could you tell me how much was a plate of chicken rice 30 years ago in year 1990? So while there are some numbers forming inside your head, let me go and ask our best friend, Google. So over here it says the price of a plate of chicken rice in the early 1990s was $1. So if I may ask the second question again, can we buy a plate of chicken rice now with just $1? And as much as I would like to say yes, but the answer is no. And why is that so? This is because of the effect of time value money. So simply put, $1 is worth more today than tomorrow. So there are two main reasons for it. Number one, inflation. Prices of goods keeps increasing because of the increase in the rental cost, because of the increase in the worker's salary. The list goes on. So it explains that why is it the dollar that we have today will not be able to buy us exactly the same things many years down the road, because the price of the goods has increased. And the second main reason is time is money. So given the choice, will you want to get $100 today or a year later? The answer is more likely to be today, because if you were to get the money today, you have the potential to grow and to earn interest from it. With that in mind, I would also like to share this very powerful, easy calculator that will help us to understand the impact of time value money better. So it has an app version that you can download it onto your handphone. But on this desktop version, we can go to this TVM calculator. TVM stands for time value money. So let's take the chicken rice as an example. Just now we mentioned that we paid $1 30 years ago, and in today's context, in most of the hawker centers that we went to, it costs about $3.50. So over a period of 30 years, the inflation rate is calculated to be about 4%. So what it means is that we will have to grow our $1 at 4% growth rate, so that 30 years later, we will still be able to buy a plate of chicken rice. So then you may ask, how is this applicable to us? The concept of time value money is especially important for our long-term saving goals. For example, savings for our kids' tertiary education and savings for our own retirement. So let's do a very simple calculation for our retirement that is happening 30 years later. So let's say I just want a $1,000 monthly income. So for 1 year, I will require $12,000, and let's say I only estimate myself to have 10 years of retirement period. So that 12,000 times a period of 10 years in total, I'll have to set aside 120k for my retirement that is happening 30 years later. But this 120k, it is in today's value. So assuming a very conservative 4% inflation rate, and over a period of 30 years, the future value is actually about 390k. So what it means is that the 390k 30 years later is the same value as the 120k today. So three scenarios over here. Number one, we managed to find a vehicle that is growing at 4%. We will be able to meet our retirement goal and get 390k 30 years later. Number two scenario, we only managed to find a vehicle that is growing at just half of 4%. So at 2%, our future value is about 200k. So that is very far away from our retirement goal. So one method around it is we double our savings to 240k, so that the future value is very near to our retirement goal. And the third scenario is we manage to find a vehicle that is growing at double of 4%, at 8%. So this one we will change to 120k, and the future value is 1.2 million. So what it means is that the money is working harder for us, and 30 years later, we will be able to receive a monthly income that is more than what we have planned initially, which is at $1,000. So I hope in today's video, you have a better understanding of the concept of time value money and how you can apply it to your long-term saving goal. Thank you, goodbye, and see you in the next video.